Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eve. I'm Chico Forza, and we're starting off a brand new series, a very big series that we're gonna continue to, God knows when. Basically, this is Eve, so, sorry about the absence. I've been away for quite some time. A lot of small problems in real life that piled up together and ate up all my time, and of course my motivation as well. Also after finishing the Elder Scrolls Legends series, I kind of thought about what to do next. So Eve Online is a game I've been playing since 2004 up until 2017, right about when I had to abandon PC gaming due to the same time restrictions that caused this long hiatus up until today. So what is Eve? Eve is a giant sandbox, massive multiplayer online RPG. So it's an MMO, it's a spaceship game, it's about space and spaceships and humanity, and how humanity has evolved. And the Eve Online is the PC version, and it's been launched in has been launched in 2003, and it's still alive and kicking, bringing massive amounts of people playing together. This is Eve Echoes. What is Eve Echoes? Well, NetEase Games, the Hong Kong-based, I think it's Hong Kong-based developers, have united with CCP Games, the original creators, in bringing Eve Online to mobile, and Eve Echoes is exactly that. They've done a tremendous job of transposing the complexity of Eve Online into a mobile version. They've done a pretty good damn job, actually. What should we talk about? Well, as a short intro about Eve, basically, humanity has left the known regions of space, probably Milky Way or whatever they explored so far, and basically they just it's still the reason is still unknown. Either it's from a conflict or maybe it's overpopulation. We don't know. So they found a wormhole and they built up the Eve Gate upon it, and they brought in massive amounts of people, of colonists, and they basically populated this new cluster of star systems, which they called New Eden. So they basically escaped from whatever they were running away from, and they started evolving, doing stuff, maintaining, probably, I don't know, trading and diplomatic contact with the other side, until, due to unknown circumstances, the wormhole collapsed in on itself, and the Eve Gate exploded, sending massive amounts of energy throughout the star clusters. And what caused what actually followed is basically Dark Ages. So the energy that swiped through New Eden basically destroyed any technological advancement, and they had to start from scrap. Yeah, probably battling themselves with sticks and stones. So they took a very long time in gaining technology, regaining knowledge, and reclaiming the stars. Basically, they managed to bring themselves up again, and they found remnants of what used to be their own civilizations eons ago. And they reverse engineered, and now we're here today. So let's begin, and I don't know, let's dive in to create a character.
Activating clone.
So what happens in EVE Online, technology has become so powerful and so advanced that...
Please confirm your race.
People, the elite people, have become capsuleers. And capsuleers are actually immortal. You cannot die. If you die, you have a clone that you respawn into, transferring all your knowledge. Basically, when you die, there's a mechanism in your pods that scans your brain. In the process, your brain is fried, so you either die from the coldness of space, or basically the scanner kills you and copies all your brain information and transposes it into the new clone. And you just wake up and pick up your ship and go into action once more. So there are 4 major factions. By the way, you as a pilot, you sit in a pod with within amniotic liquid, just like in a mother's womb, and you have all sorts of wires, just like in the Matrix, and you control your ship with just your thoughts. Pretty interesting. So we've got 4 major empires. We've got the Amarr, the Gallente, the Caldari, and the Minmatar. The Amarr are fanatically religious empire. The Gallente are the transpose of I think I'd go with French culture, because within the Gallente ideology you'll find democracy, liberty, and freedom, and that sort of thing. Plus, all the star systems and most of the ships have French-like names. The Caldari is a military state, sort of like a dictatorship, so one man holds all the power, and the state is devised among mega corporations that basically control the rest of the state. And the Minmatar. Well, the Minmatar are the most underdeveloped, I'd say, but the most brute force and rudimentary empire. They just emerged recently. Basically, the Amarr were the first ones to reclaim space after the Dark Ages, blah blah blah. And when the Amarr started exploring its nearby regions, guess who they found? Well, they found the Minmatar, and like, we have history. Like, we can search history books. What happens when an advanced civilization discovers a underdeveloped civilization? That's right, slavery. So the Minmatar were slaves of the Amarr until recently, when, with the help of the Gallente, they managed to spark a rebellion, and they basically broke free of the Amarr and stated their own republic, the Minmatar Republic. So you can pick whichever you want. There's not much customizable stuff in here. It's open beta. Forgot to mention that. So it's open beta, and there's features to be added. The game is not complete yet. There's weekly AMAs with the developers that you can have on Discord, and they answer the questions, and they offer their plan, their design and development plan. Plus, you can also submit bugs and submit feedbacks and suggestions. The Eve game does not rely. It's an MMO. Does not rely on grabbing a sword and start killing critters in a forest to gain XP. Instead, it relies on training of skills, which, by the way, train even when you are logged out of the game. So there are books that you get, you start learning them, and by acquiring that knowledge, you can basically fly ships, fire advanced guns, use special modules like shield generators, or, weapon upgrades, or armor repairs, and so on and so forth. So let's pick Minmatar. Okay. As I mentioned, the Minmatar Republic was founded more than a century ago in the Great Rebellion, supported by the Gallente Federation. Only a quarter of all Minmatar live in the Republic, and the rest are scattered across all corners of New Eden, many still being subjected to enslavement by the Amarr. They didn't manage to break free completely. Okay. Today, the Minmatar Republic is an empire with a strongly nomadic culture. By the way, their ships are basically, it looks like rusty stuff pipes, solar panels, and copper wiring. So these are a few examples of the Mmorpg ships. Pretty epic. Let's head over to the Caldari. The Caldari is a military state. This is the Cracks. It looks like a U-boat. The Mighty Raven. We'll get into that quickly. Yeah, the Glentail are all about smooth curves and the symbolic green, which stands for freedom and peace and whatever. The Amar, you can tell they're religious. It's gold everywhere. It's practically gold. And all their ship names have biblical names. And they have a Bible. It's called Pax Amaria. Okay, so let's go with Mmorpg.
Please
Enough
confirm your
exposition.
bloodline.
So you basically pick up anything that you like here. Basically, it does not affect anything. Probably in the full release, you'll be able to customize your character. So far, you can only pick up some of these default ones. You've got the bloodline, which does not affect much. And let's pick, I don't know, the Brutal tribe. I'm gonna pick this chick. Yeah, she looks great with those sunglasses, those shades.
Final identity confirmed.
Gladys Garden, Brutal. Confirmed.
Activating transneural brain scanner.
Okay, so
Information matched. Activating clone.
we're gonna wake up in space. Our clone has been activated. And this is basically how we start off the game. And we're gonna do a quick swipe of the user interface. That's the Eve gate. You can still see it. There's a system and you can travel up to that and see how it looks like.
You
The
have
game
been
is
diagnosed
beautiful, by
with
the
a
way.
temporary autonomic dysfunction, a common side effect of brain scans.
What?
It is recommended that you follow Article 366 of the Hitchhiker's Guide to New Eden. Drink a can of quaif and relax your breathing pattern.
This is epic.
Caught it again? That's what, 10 times already?
8, actually. This is below the average for your batch of capsuleers.
Alright then. Maybe I'll get some Plex on the next rebirth.
It is estimated that you will complete your Concord service in the 7th rebirth following this one. That is to say, in the distant future. 7 more poddings after this.
Got it. Thanks. Did I know you before? Who are you?
You have been diagnosed with partial memory loss. This occurs occasionally after the cloning process. I am your flight assistant, the 2nd generation Creodrone Light Quantum AI. You can personalize my settings now.
How are you feeling, pilot?
What? But sure.
Forgive me. I would like.
Does it hurt when...
All those echoes,
Forgive me. I would like to be alone for a while.
Old Man Star is the most beautiful.
Forgive me.
FTL communicate.
I would very.
How are you feeling, pilot?
I've been cloned 9 times. My body, my memories, my... everything. Is it all even me still?
It is sure that you are detached somewhat from your soul. Nevertheless, this does not affect your physical existence.
Did I pay extra for the philosophy module? Forget I asked.
Alert! An unidentified drone is closing in on your position from 3 o'clock. Your existence is threatened.
Oh man, we gotta get potted again. Swipe screen to rotate the camera.
There's way
Okay.
too many of them.
A new target has been detected in this area. Preliminary analysis results show it as an SOE frigate.
Sisters of Eve.
Sisters of Eve?
Scanners are now showing a group of drones firing on an Astro SOE.
Poor bastards.
Caution, it is recommended that you activate the warp drive and pilot us away from this low-sec system ASAP.
We're turning back and taking out those drones.
Yep.
Please confirm your command.
Confirmed. Return now. Blast those drones back to the Dark Ages.
This they added recently. Up until now, it's it was just like you would be deployed into space and then the tutorial would start. But this intro is pretty nice. Uh-oh. This is nice and interactive. Whoa, 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 come on. Don't die on me. Oops, low battery. Okay.
They just don't know when to quit.
Stuff. Oh, those are pirates. Come on, man. That's a bloodbath right there.
Warning, the Estero is severely damaged. It is highly recommended that you abandon this rescue attempt and warp away for now.
Stay the course. We're gonna finish what we started.
Pew-pew. Lasers. Uh-oh.
Warning,
Sorry.
ejecting capsule.
Damn it.
Hull breach detected. Danger. Activating
Dying
clone.
again. Oh, it's fun while it lasted. Well, that's the frozen corpse. That's us. We're dead. Pretty nice intro that they made. Whoa, look at this fleet. What happens now? Transferring transneural brain scan. Okay. I'm awake in a new clone.
Welcome back.
New body looks great. Let's hope it doesn't get wasted anytime soon. Alright, let's get to work.
All work. The intro's quite nice. I must say they've added some.
You received a message from Concord 137 minutes ago.
Yeah, Concord is the.
Congratulations,
police.
Capsuleer. You have completed your probation
Okay.
period. On behalf of the Directive Enforcement Department of Concord, I hereby grant you your Plex.
Right, that's a pilot license extension.
I got my Plex? Are you serious? I'll be... Is this for real?
For
Yeah! I got my Plex! I got my Plex. Come on, aren't you even a little happy for me?
It is my opinion that all life forms should pursue lives of quiet reflection.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah! New Eden, here I come.
And now we are going to be deployed into space like usual. It was a nice cutscene with interactive
Warp drive
animations.
active.
Okay, so here we are. This is the Reaper. This is our ship. Welcome to New Eden. So this is like the tutorial that you can continue. Do you want to take the Novice Pilot Training Course revised by Concord? As is the general procedure. You guys should take that. I know it already. I will start explaining. Leave me alone. Okay, X. Okay, so this is our ship, and this is space all around us. It surrounds us, it binds us, blah blah blah. So let's start from the bottom right, and we'll end up in the top left corner, because that is the most stuff that's going to happen. So, bottom right is our active modules. We've got the guns. Come on. There's our guns. There's our prop mod propulsion. And this is our shield booster. And we have here on the right, the upper right, this eye here is the overview. So this is nearby. Whenever something is nearby, we see it in the nearby tab. And we can perform either manual lock on each of the target, or you can push the easy lock and lock any NPC pirates that are in range. This is the Celestial Body tab of the overview, and you can basically warp to any planet. This tab represents the stations, and you can basically warp to any station in this solar system. This is the gate system. So the gate tab holds all the gates that are present in this solar system. We're currently in the Isandeldik solar system, and we are in the Svipar constellation, part of the Heimatar region. So basically from Isandeldik, we can jump to Amold or Lustervik. Damn it, these solar system names are hard to pronounce. And this is the signal tab. So basically in the signal tab, we can see everything that's currently in the system that emits signals, and it has been identified by our ship's scanner. And there are asteroid belts and anomalies. Anomalies are beacons which you can warp to and engage in PvE combat and gain loot and gain money. The in-game currency is ISK, by the way. Probably tied into the ISK because the ISK is the currency of Iceland, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the overview settings. You can basically uncheck what you don't want to see in your overview. So this is the overview, and it already shows a small amount of info as 4 anomaly signals and 6 asteroid belts, which is very useful when you're trying to move from system to system, try to identify a good system to, I don't know, do some work. Let's move on to the center of the screen. At the center of the screen will always be your ship. You can zoom out, and you'll see the battle view, and that 5, 10, 20, 30, whatever, is the kilometer range. Everything in this game is based on kilometers and seconds. So, for example, this cannon has an optimal range of 1 kilometer, so we want to be in range. Now, at the bottom of the screen, we have the ship orientation, like it's like a gyroscope. Yeah. On the right side, it's the capacitor of the ship. The capacitor is the internal battery that allows your ship to activate modules or to warp from celestial body to celestial body, or from whatever. You can only warp to signals. You cannot warp towards nothing. On the left side of this orientation display, you have 3 layers. Every ship has 3 layers of HP. We've got the leftmost layer, which is the shield, the middle layer, which is the armor, and the bottom layer is the structure. Now, the structure of the ship, if that goes boom, then the ship is destroyed and you're basically ejected in your capsule. If your capsule also goes boom, you'll just die and wake up back into the starting system where you started the game. For now, they're going to implement some more features on that, so we'll probably touch that when we get there. On the left side, bottom left corner, we've got the chat system. We've got the mails, and we've got the mail and notifications. This is probably comms. Looks like a microphone. It hasn't been yet implemented. The chat, no updates. You can basically chat with someone, start an open chat with a specific player, or with multiple players. You can form your own chat channel, like a group, and add people. The system is basically a chat area for every system that it's in the game. So whenever you jump into a new system, the local chat will be available. If you type something, whoever is in that specific system with you will see your messages. We also have settings, and you can join some system channels like Rookie Help, and you can ask questions there, and people can guide you, game masters and stuff like that. This is the local. The local list offers a list of players that currently inhabit this system. They're all players, there's no NPC here. So each and every one of these guys is somebody playing the game right now, doing something in the system. And we see Gladys Garden, that's us. that's pretty much it about the chat. This
How are you
is
feeling, pilot?
The AI, the Creodrone AI that talked to us in the intro and introduced to us to the tutorials. And we've got the tutorial clips, Don't Panic, What to Do, the Hitchhiker's Guide to New Eden, and of course there's a tutorial storyline missions that if you perform you get some nice rewards. And the top left corner, this is a very big thingy here. So aside from your character face, there are the solar system that you're in right now, the constellation that the solar system is part of, and the region of space that this constellation is part of. So this is this region of space, the Heimatar. Now I'm going to show you the entirety of the map, New Eden. Now New Eden, every one of those dots is a region, and every one of those dots is a star system. The map is huge, it's amazing, and yeah, it's baffling, and people are all over the place doing God knows what. We'll touch what professions you can do in the next episode. For now, I would like to finish the intro part and what the interface looks like. So, we're gonna jump into the character menu soon, but there's something else that I want to show you. So, aside from warping, clicking on stuff, you've got dock, warp, approach, or just warp, approach. There's also double click in space. Okay, and you can go into one direction. You can activate prop mods and you'll gain much more speed. For example, we currently had only 300 meters per second. Now we are at 500, almost 600 meters per second. We can stop the ship with this button. And of course, we can also click on something in space. Maybe we don't like the overview, I don't know. And if you just want to click on something in space, you just do that. And if there's some multiple stuff overlapping, you can select one of those and do whatever you like. That's pretty much about this part of the interface. And we're gonna jump into the menu. So there's no skill in training. You basically have to learn skills. There's a character which holds information about your character and your kill board, your kill logs, either losses or kills that you can do. That's player, that's PvP. Okay, there's the wallet, and the wallet we currently have only 20,000 ISK. That's pretty nice. We've got the inventory, which is basically what we can hold in our ship right now. But when we are docked, we will be seeing the inventory of the entire station, that our belongings, not everyone's belongings, we've got encounters. Encounters is where you go and it's sort of like a mission board. So that's PvE combat. But there's an interesting part to that, and we'll reach the PvE section in the next episode probably. There's story arcs, that missions that you can do recurrently, and when you perform specific missions, you unlock a story arc, and you can do the story arc and gain much more rewards and items and loot and stuff. Planetary production. Planetary production is actually going to a planet and setting up mining operations on that. We'll get to that part when we reach the industry episode. Skills. Skills is where you train stuff, and that's very important, and I think we'll touch that in the next episode because it's pretty big, and I want you guys to be aware of what to train and what to do. Every profession has a different set of skills that you might want to use. Professions vary from being an industry guy, building stuff, or a miner providing with the raw materials for other people to build. It's a massive sandbox. The game is player driven, aside from some, I don't know, blueprints of early items that they're available via NPC sell orders on the market. Other than that, everything from production to market to price control. Even people toy around with that and make profits. Is player driven. Territories, alliances, corporations, those stuff haven't been added to the game yet, but they're gonna follow up on that. Fitting, this is where you fit your ship. We'll touch that when we hit the fit how to fit your ship episode, and how do you fit your ship for PvE or PvP, because there's some clinks here and there that you might want to learn. The market is where you find stuff, or where you go and sell your junk if you not necessarily don't need it, but you've come across a very expensive loot and you don't want to use it because, I don't know, you're a cheap bastard and want to use cheap stuff. So if you die, you don't lose a whole lot of money. Yeah, there's another rule on this game: never fly what you cannot afford to lose. That's a golden rule. Logistics, basically you set up orders that other people's transport for you. So per se, you want something moved from point A to point B, you set up a logistic order, and yeah, there's people making profits out of that. So there's people that have trained industrial ships that basically carry stuff. Ships with an insanely amount of cargo hold space. Not much defenses or combat. It's not meant for those things. It's meant purely for carrying stuff from point A to point B, and that's where those people grab the orders and perform their routinely. It's like driving a truck. You just have to go from England to France and deliver some chickens. Industry, that's where people that will go in building stuff will be most interested in. Contacts, that whether you add your friends and create groups and add, how should I say, you provide them with the label. So friendly, not friendly, neutral. That's basically how you can identify people in space. Fleet, this is when you create a fleet of people. Yeah, you can do that from small gangs to thousands of players, and you can go roam the space and, I don't know, do a mining fleet and mine like 50 players, consume all the asteroids in several systems, or just go into a PvP fleet and go poon some people. The ship tree, that's something that we will touch soon. This is how you can orient yourself as to what ship you can gain access to and what you should buy next, what you should train next. The ships are very, very compartmental and role-based. So there's ships as in PvE that are good in PvE. There's ships that are good for mining. There's ships that are good for providing fleet bonuses. There's ships that are good in damage. Ships that are good in repairing other ships. So like a healer, yeah. So yeah, that's another thing that is very, very huge. And settings as a basic, the battle and the graphics, and there's the support. And if you hit the support, you can basically submit bugs and feedbacks and stuff. So it helps a lot because the developers are really, really involved. By the way, the CEO of NetEase Games, the people that are making this mobile adaptation, has been a hardcore EVE player, and for him, being able to work on something that he has been playing for a big chunk of his life is a dream come true, and also a dream come true for me and for other people that wish that this game had come to mobile earlier. But here it is. It's here, and we've got it, and we're gonna have fun with it. So here is our small ship, and we're gonna do some crazy stuff. By the way, I have a main character, and I will be carrying over to that one because I have a lot of stuff unlocked there, and I will be able to show you a lot of interesting stuff. So how should we say this? I guess it's just cheers for now. But I'm definitely gonna work on the next episode and dive through the intricate mechanics of Eve Echoes. So until next time, thank you guys for watching, and cheers!